And we are live. What's going on, guys? It's Johnny Trades here with the Learn to Earn team. Today is October 21st, 2025. Market opens in about 2 minutes. It is 7:28 my time. And yeah, the market is back to its previous resistance levels, all-time highs, literally in 2 days from those lows of 589 all the way up to 613. I'm excited to see what this does exactly today. Does it hold or does it pull back? I'm excited to see what happens. Let's go ahead and share our link with our teams, our Learn to Earn team in the Discord. You guys can join that. It's 100% free, lifetime access. You could also check out our Investing for Beginners community. It's a private group on Facebook with over 72,000 members currently and growing every day. I just submitted 31 new members today, and I'll probably do another 30 to 50 more by the end of the day. So we're getting quite a few new faces in our community. I could show that to you real quick right here. Investing for Beginners community private group. You do have to request to get in, but it's very simple and easy. This is where I share my live streams, and we have others talking in the community that are just like you, who want to do nothing more than to learn how to trade in the stock market. So welcome everyone, welcome. Some main stuff here before market open. We have a couple seconds. Big tech earnings this week. We got a few earnings previews. Tuesday, we have General Motors and Coca-Cola before the bell, and we have Netflix and Mattel after today, and then AT&T in the morning, and Tesla Wednesday afternoon. Jobless claims on Thursday, and Friday the Consumer Price Index and consumer sentiment. So we'll see what happens with that. And yeah, excited to be here. We had some issues yesterday with Amazon. They were experiencing some outages due to the AWS outage, so hopefully we won't have to worry about that today. Good morning. Let me know where you guys are from, where you're tuning in from. I'd love to know. Say good morning. I'll say good morning back to you. All right, looks like we are green in the green today as far as connection speed, which is great. QQQ trying to push but having trouble getting back above that moving average. Open selling off this morning, but we already knew that was going to happen. And we traded this yesterday very briefly, but the internet connection was really bad. So I wanted to make sure that we are able to see this. Ooh, that would have been a nice move today. I'm gonna buy 10 shares. Not the best move, but if we can get even $1 per share, that'd be fantastic. On American Battery. Buy 10 more. Showing good signs of direction. Go pushing. And buy another 10. See what happens with this retracement. Is it going to push up to 726 or 764? It is above that average here, so let's see. Bought a little bit high on this one. QQQ selling off, trying to recover though. If this sells off even more, we could see some selling pressure from the overall NASDAQ market here. See, does it break? If you think it can go lower, then SQQQ would be your play to make today, as this could push up to 1480s-ish. Ooh, just like that, back down. We go about 30 shares. A 680 average. See if we can hold above this moving average and push higher. We had a nice little rally yesterday from 5s to 7s. This has also pushed up to 12s before when it is very bullish. Market is selling off slightly. See if market holds above these levels. Open selling off back to 718. Lunar selling off as well. Everything is red today. Sound selling off, trying to recover. SoFi selling off. Century Aluminum selling off, but we knew that was going to happen. Possibly retest that moving average right here. Buying about 32.50 and pushing up to 35 would be great. I'd love to see QQQ recover here. Doesn't mean it has to. QQQ pushing. See, we're down 5% at the moment. I bought a little bit too high because I didn't want to miss that rally. And that rally was short-lived on ABAT, American Battery Technologies. See if it can hold. Get back above that moving average. That'd be very nice. Or are we going to get a huge sell-off? It looks like this is going to sell off. See if it holds at this 6 level. Yeah, I bought in a little bit too high on this one. American Battery. Okay, got an alert go off. Everything is pretty much down. This would have been a nice area to buy. Lunar pushing up. from those oversold levels, slight oversold levels, nothing crazy. Sound also pushing up from those $19 levels. Now SoFi did reach its resistance, as you can see here, so SoFi could potentially come back down because it has hit those resistance levels before. Cinex would have been a nice play today. And Marble selling off below its support level here. Finding support way down here at 83 potentially. Well, I'll leave it where it is actually. Intel. Basically back to that resistance level. QQQ trying to hold above its moving average on the 30 minute. On the 5 minute, it's trying to recover, but not having any luck at the moment. American Battery still very oversold. Looking for that oversold reversal here from yesterday's levels. Let's see, this is where it bounced. So it's trying to hold support above $6. Again, that would have been a nice area to buy. I bought way too high up because I didn't want to miss the rally. And the rally was very short-lived. Guess we're going to need to put a stop in place. And very risky trade, guys. I would not take this trade. I'm waiting to see if this thing can hold at these sixes and get a nice little bounce. Not a lot of volume. There's green volume on the buy, not a lot of red volume. It is below all the moving averages technically. Catching the backside of this move here. I know as soon as I sell, this thing's going to push up though. It always ends up doing that. Free float 112 million. And it is not happening. Down 11%. Are we going to get a $6 support? Right where it was at yesterday. That's where it pretty much consolidated for most of the day before a big push up. That would have been the place to buy. At $6 would have been definitely a nice place to buy. American Battery down 10%. I'm down 10% with it. QQQ still selling off. And we knew it would. If it's at all-time highs, it's only a matter of time for it to come back down. Get a retest. RSI is oversold. Again, should have waited. Should have been a little bit more patient with our entry. This would have been a better entry at that $6 level for it to push up. one green candle. Then we get red candles, a green candle. If it breaks below 6, then we'll probably have to get out. We could start raising our stop as it goes higher. We're going to put our stop at 605. Oh, wait, a little more.
Okay.
Thank you, Kitty. I used to be able to put it all the way through. Like a line showing my stop. Looks like this is going to continue to sell off. I want to see this rally and push up. QQQ trying to hold above 610. And we're going to get stopped out. All right, we got stopped out. Now we could get a better entry at this level, but it could also go lower. Wow. Go at 610. Sometimes it's not good to have stops like that either. Bounce right off of 605. Bounce right off of 605, guys. So I got back in again at 611 for a nice reversal back to the upside. $6.11. Again at 6.14. So we'll see this push up. We'll see what happens if this does begin to push up. At least we're at a better entry price. Yeah, this would have been a better entry to begin with. 605. 605 would have been a great entry. Getting back in, it is showing signs of it curling over. I should not have put my stop at a 605, nor should I have bought super high up here. But instead of having a $6.80 average, our average price is now 612. So we now have a 612 average. Sometimes that's okay. Getting out when it's not favorable, we could have cut our losses down here, waited for a better entry, and got back in instead of holding all the way down and hitting an insane stop. QQQ selling off even more. Big sell off here. Could potentially come back down and test 605, even 604 as the moving average. American Battery pushing up. Now this has some major potential. Whoops. Major potential getting in at sixes. Or have an average share price of 612. Make a 20% profit, $1 per share. So we could still get out of this profitable. Up 2% on this trade. And as you can see here on the 1 minute, a nice 3 stages of reversal, had the sell off, has a confirmation or consolidation, and then the confirmation. So it's curling over. RSI was oversold. MACD was oversold and curling over. Now I got the MACD crossing over the signal, creating some green bars here on that MACD for that upward momentum. And that's what we should have really waited for. Never chase a stock, even if it pushes up for a moment, doesn't mean it has to hold. And as you saw today, it never pays to try to chase a stock. Maybe buy 10 shares, but don't buy 10, 20, 30 shares, 100 shares, right? The thing is making sure you identify when those are going to happen. And it looks like it bounced right off of that resistance level from yesterday pretty easily right there. You could see that there was a resistance, and I was buying basically right underneath the resistance right here and right here because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss. Now I didn't want to miss a rally. Now this could definitely pop up to 7, 8, 9, even $12. Doesn't mean it has to today, but it had history of it doing it before, so making sure we're aware of all that. Now it can get rejected off of this level, so let's be cautious. Okay, up 3% on this trade. Okay, and it's getting rejected. Strong rejection here on the RSI. Let's see if it holds and spikes back up. Basically where it consolidated yesterday, right around these levels. But it is below that moving average now and below the 200-day moving average. So we want to make sure that, of course, we're on the back side of this trade. Could bounce off of this moving average here if it gets back above it. This also has a way to go it wanted to come back down, it could. Definitely had a lot of green volume yesterday in those areas. A lot of people potentially breaking even right now this morning. So we want to make some new highs. We want to get back above this moving average the same way we did yesterday, right? When it's below the moving average, it sells off. When it's above it, it rallies and pushes up, sells off, rallies, and then it had a very nice rally up to 7, and then all the way up to 726, which is what I was looking for today. So we'll see what happens. Let's get back above that moving average, and we can see this push up even higher. Looks like it's getting rejected again. All right, and that's probably where we're going to end the live stream for the moment. It's been almost 30 minutes, so I don't really like to go longer than that. Right now we have a P&L of about 5%. That's pretty much my max loss on the day, down about $19. I'm going to hold on to this a little longer, as we do have a new average share price of 612 compared to 680. We'll see if it bounces again off of $6. Doesn't have to, but I'm curious to see what happens with this. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I will talk to you all in the next video, and you guys have a great rest of your day.